guessed it, it is your boy, Trey Sense. So what we got for you today is a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on the channel. Before we get into that though, I need something from you. Like this video if you like it. Share this video if you find it shareable or entertaining. And if you don't mind, give your boy a sub. If you've been coming by here a few times hanging out with me, what's it gonna hurt? Give your boy a sub. If not, I understand. Hey, we'll keep working. So in my comment section, there was a gentleman that said, hey, Trey, could you put together a video about spring fragrances that drive women crazy? I'll do my best. Now, the thing about this is totally objective. And the one thing about it, doing videos like this is hard to a degree because everybody's springtime weather is not the same. For example, I have family in the Dallas area, JP's in the Dallas area, and I always peek at Dallas weather because of the weather pattern. Normally what they get, we're fixing to get. If it's a snowstorm or ice storm moving through and it comes there, more than likely that same front's gonna come here. I say that to say it's gonna be 80 degrees in the Dallas area every day this upcoming week. I think Wednesday it's gonna be right at 90. It's gonna be 89 degrees, yes. And this is March. So spring in Dallas and spring in Denver, Colorado are not the same. So this video is a little bit subjective to where you are. So I'm trying to mix it up a little bit and get a little bit in there to cover everybody. So, all right, no further ado, let's get into it. For those of you who are still in a cooler spring environment, where the temperatures are a little bit cooler, but it's warming up and it's still pretty, here's a fragrance that I've had a lot of luck with the ladies. I've had a lot of luck with a lot of fragrances from this house. And the house is Mancera. This particular one is called Oud Cafe. And it is a very oud-centric fragrance, very clean oud with just a touch of a coffee note to it, and I love it. I love it. It's different. It comes across as very dry, but it does well. It does really good. You're not gonna find a lot of people rocking this fragrance. You're just not. You're just not, because of that old word right there. Oud, whichever way you want to say it. This one is pronounced Oud because it's got an A in front of it, A-O-U-D. But people are gonna steer away from this fragrance because of that. I encourage you to wear oud fragrances. Especially if you're looking for compliments, because I'm telling you, Oud Cafe is one that gets me lots of compliments. Back to Black by Mancera, shut it down at the doctor's office one time when I wore it. The ladies at work was complimenting me on it. Other patients was like, man, you smell good. But you don't hear a lot of people talk about it when it comes to getting compliments. But Mancera's Back to Black or Oud Cafe compliment good. Now they're different. They're different. And you're gonna have to be bold and daring to wear this because it is not your average everyday scent. But it does smell good. From the house of Mancera, it is Oud Cafe. A good one. That's a little bit daring. You wanna be safe, but smell good, and let's say you're in a middle of the road spring climate like I am, and you want to get some compliments from the ladies, go with Cool Water Parfum. Or Cool Water Incense if you have it, or Cool Water Grapefruit and Sage if you have it. Or is it Grapefruit and Sea Salt? You know the one I'm talking about, the grapefruit joint. This is nice, sweet, fresh, and green. Aquatic, masculine, daytime, nighttime, perfect for the spring because the days are getting longer. They're not long yet, It's getting dark about 7 o'clock here, which I know if you're further west, it's probably about 8 before it gets dark. But as the year goes on, midsummer, it'll be 8:30 before it gets dark here, and it'll be almost 9:30 the further west we go. But this is one that I think blends in with both. Nice cool day, cool evening, nice warm day. Either way, you could wear this. Wouldn't necessarily reach for this in the highest of heat, but this is a good smelling fragrance, and it is budget friendly. So is the Mancera. For what you get, Mancera is to me one of the best houses on the market for what you get. For the quality that you get from Mancera fragrances, and price, performance, all of that good stuff, it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat. But we're talking about this one now, so yeah, this is good. This is good. I'm not sure whether I like the Parfum or the Intense better. I think they're both. If you have Davidoff's Run Wild, that's a good one as well. You can pick it up, wear it. It's a good one for the spring, but I chose this one, and it's good. It's good again. A little bit of an aquatic fragrance, a little bit of a sweet fragrance, a little bit of a green fragrance. It's just nice. Very fresh, easy to wear, but it doesn't come across as overly fresh or clean. Again, it's very well-rounded. Wear it in the evening, you can wear it in the day. Doesn't matter. It's hot or it's cold. You'll be fine with this one. From the House of Davidoff, it is Cool Water, and the ladies like that scent. If you're in a warmer environment and it just happens to be pretty outside, one that I suggest that you pick up, and I did see this at a rag store in Jonesboro, Arkansas, from the House of Dolce and Gabbana. It is light blue, summer vibe. You be talking to me. Wore this to the doctor's office one time. Lady had a mask on, and she was looking down, doing something. When I got to the window, she looked straight up and said, "What are you wearing?" Made a believer out of me. Made a believer out of me. This happens to be one of my girlfriend's favorites. The first time I smelled it, I was not just wild about it. I'd seen other reviewers raving about it and how good it was. I wasn't just wild by it. But then I wore it a few times, and I like it. Still not a love, but I like it. It's a good fragrance, and women are going to love it on you, and they're going to tell you smell good. I say wear this one on a hotter day, a warmer day when it's pretty. That's when I say get this out, give it a squirt, and I think you will like it. I still like the original light blue, and I like the original light blue Intense. That's one I want to add to my collection as well. I'll probably be picking it up this summer. So from the House of Dolce and Gabbana, it is light blue, summer vibes. That's a good one. If you gotta get dressed up and just be super fly, whether you're going to church or somewhere like that, and you just want to be clean, but you want to smell good, but you want to shut it down at the same time, and you want to be a gentleman, and you want to be fly, and you want to smell like a man that's got some paper in his pocket, and that's about his business. Tom Ford's Great Vetiver, and this is the EDP. I will be getting the Parfum probably this summer. It's on my list. I've got a list. Ain't that what the boys Hall and Oates say? Your kiss is on my list. Are the best things in life. That's right. I love this fragrance, man. I do. I'm not a Tom Ford fanboy, but I have to give Tom Ford credit for designer fragrances. They're really good. And for the price that you pay for them, they better be good. So, but yeah, I like this. This is one I would get off Joma Shop if I were you, because you can get it probably for just over $100, maybe even just under $100, and it's well worth that, and you'll have yourself a nice go-to fragrance in the spring. And this is another one that people have forgotten about. A little bit citrus, a little bit green. Just a very crisp, clean fragrance. That vetiver comes off so nice and so crisp and clean. Just an easy to wear fragrance, but at the same time it's so dressy and so masculine. It's all for a great vetiver, and the women like this. The last time I wore this, it was still pretty cool, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wear it. And I just had on a hoodie and some joggers, and it was a lady walking behind me sniffing. I could hear, she walked behind me for quite a while, and she finally said, whatever cologne it is you have on smells good. She finally said something, but she sniffed me for about 15 minutes. Well, seriously, maybe 3 minutes, but time for a great vetiver. That's a good one. That's a good one. This next one, I'll tell you, don't bore her, Dior her, and she'll act right. From the house of Dior, it is Dior Homme Sports. Compliment getter. I'm gonna tell you, it's a compliment getter. This is one of those fragrances when you spray it on and they give you a hug and they come into you, like when that's why you spray it on your neck, and that's why I always spray on my chest. Because if you give a female a hug, there is nothing better than giving a lady a hug. Real talk. And if you know, you know, giving a lady a hug and then getting a text message a couple of hours later and they saying, I still smell you all over my shirt, and all you did was hug them. I kept looking around, and I've gotten this text. I kept looking around because I just kept smelling you. I kept smelling you. And I'm just like, yeah, right. And then they're like, and then finally, I pinpointed it. It was on my, because when I came home, I changed clothes. And then I pinpointed it. It was on my shirt from where you gave me a hug. Player. If you don't bore her, Christian Dior her. A great fragrance for the spring, and highly underestimated, highly underrated, and drastically overlooked. That's fire. That's fire. And what you have is a light green herbal citrus with this, but a very well made fragrance. It's Dior. It's Dior. So, I mean, you ain't got to say no more, bro. It's Dior. But if you spray this on, she won't leave you alone. I promise you. Listen to me now. Believe me later on. Don't bore her. Dior her, and she'll act right. Your boy smelling good up in here, y'all. But from the house of Christian Dior, it is Dior Homme Sport. And again, very light, but think green and citrus. And that's what you have with this one. This next one, again, if you're in more of a cooler environment, I will pull this one out, and I didn't talk about that. Let's say you're in a warmer environment and you got a little cookout, something that you're gonna do outside. That's when I would reach for this one, because I think if this one gets in the wind and someone catches a waft of this as you walk by, that smell good wind, when you come through that with that smell good wind and you got this on, that's fire. See, I got good smell good wind. And you do too, because you watch the videos and you know what to wear. So you got that good smell good wind too. Some folks out there ain't got good smell good wind, but you do. Some folks out there with they smell good wind smelling like dumpster juice, but that's their fault. That's their fault. That's not our fault, because we do what we're supposed to do. From the, That just hit my nose. From the house. I forgot how good this one was. I forgot how dope this one was. 1 million Elixir. Oh, man. Man, that is so good. If you are still in a cooler climate, are you doing something at nighttime? That was instant activation. Even if you wear this, it's gonna get activated. It's gonna get activated, bro. I'm telling you. Don't wear this to your lady house and be clean and walk up in there smelling like this. She's gonna get activated off top. Sort of a spicy. Have I used that much of it? No, I was finna say. The levels was right here. I was like, I ain't used, because it was leaning, so it was looking like it was right there. I'm like, I know I ain't used that much of this juice already. I was about to panic. Sort of a spicy, sort of a fruity, sort of a gourmand, but very, very cool. This is just a good smelling fragrance. And when we start releasing new, like I know they just released the Oud and they have the gold, which I have, and people, you know, forget about ones that have been out for a while, like Royal, which is a good one, and Elixir is a good one as well. From the house of Paco Rabanne, it is 1 million Elixir, and it's almost like, to me, a mix between Paco Rabanne's Invictus Parfum and Paco Rabanne's 1 million Parfum. It's like mix the two together, and that's what you get with Royal. But it's a beautiful, beautiful scent, and I like it. Leans more towards cooler, evening out, dressy, or just a cooler day. You know, it doesn't have to be night, but it, you know, very casual. I would dress it down, perfect for a hoodie or a sweatshirt, you know, or something like that. Keep it super casual, I think. You know, that's good. One more, if you got to dress up and get super, 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 super clean. I think they just released a new one. I need to check. I'm trying not to get caught up in the rat race, because you have, you know, once you get caught up in it, you feel like you have to get certain fragrances. But I know they've got a few that they just released from, or at least one that I want to get from the house of Valentino. This is Valentino's Gold. I think it was Rebel or something Rebel. And it's not new. But I know they just released one that I want to get. This was my present to myself for hitting the, ooh, that Dior smells good. Wow, Dior smells really, really good, really clean, really, really citrus though. Wow. That smells good. As I call, ooh, man. Cool Waters is thumping too. The Cool Water is smelling real good. Everything on this list smells good. That coffee and that Mancera is coming through. Man, and that 1 million. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find a. That Tom Ford Great Vetiver is right there. It's shining, doing its thing. All right. Okay, I think I found some dry skin. Hold on. Some virgin skin, y'all. Give myself 1 squirt. Dressy. I put that in the same category with this. Now, you can dress any of these up or you can dress any of them down. But spring wedding, outside wedding. And it's got a slight gourmand feel, as a lot of things from the house of Valentino do or does. Has a slight gourmand feel. Very sweet, very, very pretty fragrance. This is a pretty fragrance. It's still masculine, but this is pretty. And this just smells so So good. Valentino, man, is really showing out, but for whatever reason, they're not getting the love that I think that they should. But again, Gourmand. I think it leans slightly cooler weather, but it's definitely one that you can wear in the later spring when we start to transition from spring to summer. I still think you'll be able to pull this out and pull this off, but to me, it does lean slightly cooler, but dressier. If I were going to a spring wedding, if one of my boys decided to jump that broom, this is probably something that I would pull out. It smells really, really good. Again, think slightly gourmand. A sweet gourmand. A little bit of a leathery nuance to it, but not over the top, but just a well-made, well-rounded, balanced, slightly leathery, sweet gourmand. That's what I get from this. And I would dress that one up. Now, I wore it with sweats and a hoodie and a long sleeve shirt, but you know, it is what it is. A polo and some jeans. You can dress them how you want to. But I'm just saying, if you have this in your collection, which is Valentino Born in Roma Gold, if you have this in your collection, it definitely will work on a spring day or a spring evening, just whatever you got going. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. That has been 7 fragrances as requested from my collection that drive the girlies wild. Drive the girlies, that's what we used to say back in the 80s and 90s. Man, let's go get some girlies. Wasn't hitting on nothing, couldn't bust a grape, but we was trying. And anyway, man, with that being said, you got any more review suggestions? Hey, leave it in the comments below. Always try to pair your fragrances with a good lotion or shea butters like you get from JB Butters. But if you don't like JB Butters or whatever, always try to pair yourself with a good lotion, because hygiene helps. You gotta wash your ass and then lotion your ass and all of that. It helps. And drinking water, all of that helps. Being hydrated helps. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna get off of here and get ready to shoot another video, because I'm gonna try to bang out a couple more as this Sunday evening and try to get these videos banged out. So I love you all, and may God bless you all, and thank you for being the best part of this channel. Until next time, guys.